Hi lovelies, Santa Claus is coming to town, and if you really want to blow him away on Christmas Eve, I highly recommend doing it with these absolutely incredible Christmas cookies that are bursting with chocolatey goodness. The man in red just will not be able to resist. So if you are looking for an awesome kid-friendly baking project this holiday season, I would highly recommend these cookies. They are super tasty, but also super fun and great for kids. Now to get started, I am mixing up my dry ingredients. So I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour here, and to that I'm adding 1 tablespoon of baking powder and ½ a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna get in here with my whisk and mix that up until it's really nicely combined, and then I'll go ahead and set it aside. We want to make sure that that baking powder gets well incorporated with the flour so that our cookies get really even lift throughout. So would it even be a Christmas cookie if it didn't have a load of butter in it? Probably not. In my bowl, I've got 1 cup of room temperature butter. To that, I'm going to be adding some brown sugar and some white sugar as well. And then I'll head in here with my hand mixer and just beat this up until it's nice and light and fluffy. Now I could use my stand mixer for this, for sure, but I find using my hand mixer gives me just enough of a workout that I feel like I'm working off any of those extra Christmas calories, so hand mixer it is. At this point, I'm ready to go ahead and add 2 eggs to this, as well as a good splash of vanilla extract. All the classic cookie ingredients. I'll mix that up once again with my hand mixer until it's well combined, and then it's time to add my dry ingredients to this. And then we want these cookies to be extra hearty and have really great texture, so I'm also going to be adding some oats. These are old-fashioned rolled oats that I'm working with. You could use quick oats if that's what you had on hand. And I'm just gonna beat those in as well. Trust me guys, these are going to be outrageously good. It's been a while since we got a food pun in there. So at this point, what I have here is a really classic oatmeal cookie dough. And to this dough, you could pretty much add any mix-ins you wanted to. So you could add any kind of chocolate chips, you could add some nuts to this, some raisins, some cranberries, you could add pretzel bits that have been chopped up, or even potato chips. I've seen that happen. Toffee bits, caramel chips would be really good here. I'm keeping things pretty classic today with 1 1/4 cups of holiday colored M&Ms. I've got 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips headed in here and ½ a cup of white chocolate chips. I mean, I think it's safe to say that these are going to be Santa's favorite this holiday season. Reindeer get the carrots, Santa gets all the cookies. I'll fold this all together until those mix-ins are really well combined in my dough, and then it's time to form my cookies. You might be inclined to use a cookie scoop like this, but in my house, we believe in big cookies. So instead, I'm using an ice cream scoop like this. If you want to meet somewhere in the middle, you totally can. Make your cookies as big or as small as you like. But for me, it is all about the ice cream scoop. I'm going for it. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my hands to form my dough into a bit of a puck shape, and then I'll arrange it on a parchment-lined cookie sheet. All right guys, these beauties are ready to hit the oven. I've got it preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to let these bake for about 9 to 10 minutes. At which point I'm gonna take them out of the oven and finish them off by topping them with even more delicious M&M candies. I can't help myself. I just have to add a couple more to really make them as festive as possible. If you add your M&Ms on top any sooner, they will crack during the cooking process because they can't withstand the heat of the oven. So you only want those M&Ms in there for a couple of minutes. Then I will get them back into the oven for another, say, 2 minutes or so. It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas. How awesome do these look? I am so ready to dig in. Guys, take my word for this. You need to give these 5 minutes to cool, but then just jump right in. Biggest glass of milk you can find. Trust me, Santa will bring you something extra nice because he will appreciate all of your amazing effort. These are amazing. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside, so ultra chocolatey. Pretty much the perfect cookie. I hope you guys love this recipe as much as I do and that you will give it a try for yourselves. If you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Facebook me a photo, because you know how much I love seeing your kitchen creations, especially your holiday ones. This recipe, like all of my recipes, is featured on my website, thedomesticgeek.com, or you can find the full written recipe linked in the description box below. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more holiday deliciousness where this came from.